Hi.
Hello, didn't I already speak?
No.
Oh, you all have the weird lights. What is this? Are you a
What?
communist? Are you a communist?
No.
What are you?
I'm an ANCAP, anarcho-capitalist.
Anarcho. Hmm. How do you have money in anarchism?
What?
How can you have money if you're an anarchist?
Because we are capitalists?
Why don't you want the banks to run it?
No.
Whoever controls the money controls the people.
No one controls the people. I'm a libertarian. I'm force.
You don't think bankers control the world?
No.
But they do. I've never heard of the rock.
Well, yeah, sure. I would say as of now they do under neoliberal capitalism, but not in my ideal society.
What do you think of the Israel-Palestine situation?
What do I think of what?
Israel-Palestine.
Oh, well, I'm against the concept of countries, so I just think all land should be privately owned or unoccupied. But as a more pragmatic solution, I would say I'm pro-Israel.
Pro-Israel, why?
Just not because I believe we should be funding Israel or anything. I don't think any of that should go on, nor do I think what the Israeli government is doing is ethical. But it would be easier for like Palestinian, Arab, Muslims to integrate into surrounding society than it would be for Jewish Israelis. That's the only reason.
Are you Jewish?
No.
No. Is it because you don't want Jews to be scattered all over the place then?
No, it's because I don't think that it would be easy for Jewish Israelis to integrate in surrounding society. I think they would be just as shunned and hated in those surrounding countries because all of those surrounding countries are majority Muslim.
Yeah. The Muslims don't like the Jews. It's in their Quran. You still are.
Okay.
Anarchism. Oh, you don't believe in countries? I don't understand.
No. I mean, I think that all land should be privately owned or unoccupied and homesteaded, not owned by a state. And country necessitates a state owning the land of the borders, and I don't believe in that.
So do you think some land should be given back to the animals?
Not by a state.
What do you think?
I believe that private organizations should be allowed to buy up land and use them as wildlife reserves if they want.
Okay, so anarchism. So do you believe farms should exist?
Yeah, if they buy land and farm on that land, sure.
But what about the animals' freedom?
What do you mean?
Well, because then they're not free, are they? They're confined somewhere.
I don't believe animals have rights.
You don't think they should have rights?
No, they just don't have rights. Like, do I believe that as a person you should protect animals? Yeah, on a moral level, but I don't think that animals have rights. Rights are inherent to man, not to animal.
So I'm guessing you're against the factory farms, though, right?
I'm against what?
Factory farms.
No.
No, why?
I mean, I guess on a moral level, I don't like the way animals are treated in there, but I'm not against people having a farm or a factory farm, no.
Yeah, but factory farms, they literally lock animals in cages.
Yeah, and I don't think that's moral, but I don't think that means they shouldn't exist. Like, I don't think that we should restrain people from doing what they want on their own private property.
But it's no different to going out and murdering someone, or is it?
It very much is different. Humans have rights, animals don't.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't protect animals.
That doesn't mean we what?
That doesn't mean we shouldn't protect animals.
Oh, I agree. On a moral level, absolutely. I protect animals. I have 4 animals of my own that I would protect with my life. I'm not even going to lie. But I don't think that animals have inherent rights. So I don't think that the state or any type of organization or any, I guess, rights enforcement agency should exist to protect that.
What do you mean?
There are no rights.
What do you mean by inherent rights?
I mean, like axiomatic principles that rights are derived from.
We could give them rights, though, couldn't we?
Rights aren't given. That is a contradiction in terms. Privileges are given. If it has to be given, it's not a right.
Well, no, because women can be raped by men. Men choose not to rape women.
Yeah, if a woman is raped, that's a violation of her property rights. Property rights are axiomatic.
Yeah.
Rights exist. Because someone violates them doesn't mean they don't exist.
Yeah, so...
Rights can be recognized, but they can't be given.
Yeah, so locking an animal in a cage in their own shit for their entire life, surely that violates
It's morally wrong, but it doesn't mean it's a violation of rights, because animals don't have rights, so there's no rights to be violated.
How do they not have rights?
Because rights are inherent to man's nature.
Right? Because animals aren't moral agents.
Yeah, they're not self-owners. They're not moral agents. They're not rational. We are.
Hang on. Some animals are very rational. Elephants are rational.
Not to the level of humans.
So humans are dumber than a lot of animals.
Yeah, like I said, they're also not moral agents.
So you think, say, like someone who's disabled, mentally disabled, they're not a moral agent?
It depends on how disabled we're talking, but if we get to an extreme point, then yes.
Say if someone is at the conscious level of, say, like a cat.
Yeah.
Do they not?
If they're that rational, then yes, they're not moral agents.
So you don't think they deserve rights?
No, I still think they have rights, but those are guarded by a trustee. That's like how we are. That's how we handle children, because they're not rational to the extent that we are. They have rights that are supposed to be guarded, I guess, by legal guardians, trustees, but they're not on our level.
We could be the legal guardian of animals.
But that's what I'm saying. They're not moral agents. They're not self-owners. People are self-owners, regardless of their rationality. They still have self-ownership, but they're not necessarily rational, you know?
Yeah, so
which is why, for example, with children...
How do animals have self-ownership?
They don't. Self-ownership applies to rational beings, which are humans.
No, because most humans are dumb as fuck and have no moral compass.
Rational does not refer to dumb. Rational denotes the ability to reason on a higher level.
Animals protect themselves and the children. They look after their children. They raise them. They love them. They deserve compassion. You just seem uncompassionate. You just seem uncompassionate.
I seem under-compassionate?
Uncompassionate. Yeah, you don't... Your morality seems out of whack. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, like I said, I don't believe animals, I don't believe that we should harm them, of course, like on a moral level, but I'm not going to advocate for rights protection of animals or of beings, not even just animals, that don't have rights. There's no rights to be protected.
But you don't think animals have souls?
I don't believe in souls at all. I don't believe people have souls.
Oh, cringe take.
Shut up, Alex.
It doesn't make sense to me that. So you would allow someone the right to lock a load of animals. So you wouldn't go on. If you had a friend who had a load of dogs locked in cages because they want to eat them, you wouldn't free the dogs.
I would, because that's my morality kicking in. If I saw any animal being harmed, I would do that myself. I would take that responsibility upon myself to do that, because I morally believe that, animals shouldn't be harmed, but that doesn't mean they have rights.
But you must, something deep down inside of you must believe they have rights to protect them.
Yeah, because I have a connection to animals. Like if I saw a dog or a cat locked up like that, and I would free them because I have personal connections to those animals. Now, if I saw a cow, I eat meat. So if I saw a cow locked up, I would not do anything because I have no moral connection to cows. It's about personal connection when we get to that.
Not really, because I don't have, I wouldn't say I have personal connection to a cow, but I know the cow doesn't want to be locked in a cage,
cows don't have the ability to want or not want things. They act upon instinct and survival, just like all other animals.
But instinct and survival gives you wants and desires.
No, it doesn't.
It does. That's why we feel pain and pleasure and suffering and all these different emotions.
Yeah, because we feel pain and pleasure because we're rational beings.
Watch, say like when a calf is taken away from the mother cow, that calf cries out for up to 3 months. So they experience.
Yes, because its instinct to survive tells it to be with its mom. It doesn't actually say, hey, I want to be with my mom. It's an instinct of survival of animals. They don't function the same way as us. They don't have wants and desires the way we do.
Okay, so when a human mother has her child kidnapped from her, she will cry. That's instinct.
Because she wants her child, not because it's in her instinct to survive.
Yeah, it is. Because we pass our DNA through our children.
That you don't have an instinct to survive when your child gets kidnapped. The same way like mother birds let their baby birds fall out of the nest all of the time, and certain mother animals eat their babies. There's no instinct to survive there. The instinct to survive it varies between animals, right? So the instinct to survive comes with drinking and eating, and with young animals, it comes with, their mothers. Okay, so the instinct to survive with like a baby calf, for example, is to go back with its mom because it knows it's going to survive that way. So, but it has nothing to do with wants.
The cow can survive without the baby calf, but even though she can survive, when the baby calf is taken away, she still cries for up to 3 months for her baby.
Yes, because it's within animal instinct to protect their children, the same way it is with humans. We just have a better understanding of it. We are more rational. We have emotions like that.
Yeah, but they don't have, they don't cry to survive. Their eyes water. They feel the pain.
Human beings, we have emotions. Yeah, animals' emotions are not nearly to the same extent of us. So when a mother sees her, like certain animals at least, some mother animals see their baby being taken away, that bothers them. Like, I have a personal experience with this. My mom and I ran into a bear when I was a little kid and had cubs, and it almost attacked us because mother animals have maternal instincts.
Yeah, it's like humans.
That's also inherent to an animal's nature.
If humans are so compassionate, why do we kill the most amount of animals of every other species? Why do we kill 160 billion animals every year? We can't be that compassionate.